Hi guys, this is Katie, and this is my first YouTube video. I needed an outlet to talk to someone about my plants because I'm sure all my friends and family, especially my husband, are really tired of me talking about my dang plants. So I'm going to relay that onto you, hopefully someone that likes plants, and we'll learn together. I've liked plants for several years now, ever since high school. My husband and I met in the greenhouse together, and I've developed quite the collection. Now, this video, I'm going to talk about some of the plants that I have gathered on my travels in the last couple months. I've gone to a couple different greenhouses, or I've just kind of taken plants too. There'll be one example of that. But I'm going to show you some examples of those. Most of them are for Mohawks in Omaha. I stopped there twice this last week because traveling by myself is very lonely. And so I got some plant companions because why not? It's not a problem if you say that it's a problem. So we're going to get into this and I'll show you some of my treasures. I think Dot is jumped down now because she wanted to sit on my lap. Right now that I'm talking, she just sits. Ah. All right, the first plant that I got, I had gotten in Mankato, Minnesota back in February when I was up there for work, and I was really excited about it. Now I did spend a little more than I wanted to on it, and I kind of have some buyer remorse from it, but I had been looking for one for a couple months and I hadn't been able to find one in my local area. So then when I saw it, I just got excited and I had to buy it. It's a little overpriced, but I think it's in gorgeous condition. Stop it. Cat. Chew on them. She doesn't even eat them. She just bites and rips them off. Anyway, I've been looking for one for a while and hadn't found one in my local area. So then I had to get one in Mankato when I stopped. And of course, it is going to be a Monstera Deliciosa. And I've been wanting one for a little while. This one is in a juvenile state. It doesn't have any splits in it, but I'm really excited to see it grow and get the splits. I basically check on it every day, inspect it very carefully to see where are the splits. I don't want to see them. But I've had it for a couple months. I just repotted it into a terracotta pot from its nursery pot, and it's been sitting on my south-facing window, and I'm waiting for those splits and for it to grow and grow with me. So I'm pretty excited about that. Next up, this is the one that has kind of a weird story, but I love it, and it's something that, yeah, it really constitutes for my crazy plant lady status. So I am a trainer, and so I travel around and I train people on the software. And I was in Maryland at this training, and I had just gotten done with the training and someone else had gotten up to speak for a little bit. So I went to stand in the back of the classroom. And I was standing there and I turned around and I looked towards the window and there's this huge jade plant sitting there, like huge. It had to be decades old. It was awesome. But of course I had to go and look at it. When I looked at it, there were a bunch of little leaves that had fallen and had started sprouting little plantlets on them. So of course, being crazy plant lady that I am, I had to pick up a couple and pocket a couple of them. Now, to be fair, they're like 50 million, there's a ton in there. There's a ton of little plantlets, and a lot of them were dying already. So I just picked up a couple and put them in my pocket. It's fine. Anyway, I got two of them. One didn't survive my plane ride back. And so one didn't survive my plane ride back. It was very interesting trying to figure out where I was going or how I was gonna bring these back with me on the plane and travel with them for a whole week. I just put them in a plastic cup and a plastic bag, and put them in a book bag, and it was fine. One of them didn't survive though. This one did though, and you can see I have my little plant. It's just a leaf, and there's a little plant like growing on that. It's on this paper, and some of the roots are starting to go into it. So I need to get this into some soil shortly, but you'll see I've been kind of making a little greenhouse with it. You really learn how to use your resources when you're traveling. This is what I got. So need to plant this up, and someday it will be as big as its mother that I got it from. And it's kind of a nice little memento. This is really the only souvenir that I got on that trip. And so I'm pretty happy about this. All right, next up, I am going to show you all the plants that I got at Mohawk. Now, before you judge me, I've never been there before. I was by myself, and there's a lot of cool plants that I've never seen before, and a couple that were on my to-get list. So, also I stopped there twice to pick up plants that I felt like I left behind and I needed, because I had to think about them for a little bit, but we'll talk about those. So the main one that I saw that I went there for was this variegated rubber plant. And the variegated rubber plant, you can see how pretty the leaves are, just like someone has watercolored them, and I just love it. And I haven't been able to find one in this area, but I was looking at Not Dude. He had put on a video of him going on a tour of Mohawk, and that was the week before I left for Omaha, or was going to drive through Omaha, and he showed these rubber plants, and I was like, I have to get them. I have to stop. There's no way I'm not going to go, or that I'm going to go through Omaha and I'm not going to pick up a plant. So I got this one, and I absolutely love it. It's so pretty, and I haven't gotten a rubber plant before, because I've been waiting for a variegated one, so I'm pretty happy about this. Next up is this Callelathea, and it is a Callelathea white fusion, and just a little guy. He's so pretty, and I've been kind of obsessed with Callelatheas lately. I picked up a few of them. I think I have 4 now, and I know they're really delicate, as you could tell. Unfortunately, I set this one on the floor for 1 second, and Dot came over and just ripped one of the leaves. She didn't even eat it. She just likes to rip them out of things. She's so rude. Only animal, that problem child who messes with my plants. She doesn't even eat them. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited about this one. It's pretty small. I've seen them get pretty big, but I think I need to repot it. You can see how the pot is kind of crinkling here. That means that it is root bound. I feel it. So I'm going to repot it here shortly. I'm probably going to put it into plastic pot, since Callelathea is like that. I need to repot a couple of my other ones too. But now that the humidity is coming up in my house, now that it's spring and I'm not constantly trying to keep my humidity up, I think it will adapt pretty quickly into a new pot. Pretty excited about this one. Next up, I have a lipstick plant, and I'm so excited because I had one of these last year, but we moved recently, and when I moved, it did not handle the move well at all, and I was really sad that that one had died on me. It's one of my I was very sad that it had died, because I had grown it from cuttings that I had got from a coworker. And so I've been kind of keeping my eye out for another lipstick plant, and I saw this one at Mohawk, and I couldn't resist. I had to have it. And so it is with me. And another bonus is I am trying to get more hanging type plants because I want to put them above my windows in our house. And so this one fit perfectly. I needed it. Like, how could I say no? I needed this one. So I'm pretty excited about lipstick plant. I hope it has, I think it has the, I forget which species it is, but I hope that it has the red, dark red blooms on it, because it looks very familiar to the one that I had that had the dark red blooms. So I'm excited to see when it blooms, what color it will be. Either way, I love it. It is very dainty and pretty. I just love it. Continuing on with the hanging plant theme, I found this one. It is a watermelon dischidia? I think that's it. Anyway, this one's really pretty. It has kind of a reddish color to it, and you can see then the striping that it looks like a watermelon. And it looks like it will climb up too. You can see there's the little vines on it, but it will climb up. And I've never seen this before. I've never seen this plant before. So I'm excited to see how it's going to grow. If it blooms, I need to do a little more research on that, but I'm really excited that this will be one of those plants that will hang up in my window. I really hope it does climb. It looks like it has those tendencies to it, but pretty excited about this plant. All right, next up is the plant that I had to go back for the second time when I was driving through Omaha. Because I left it there and then I thought about it all week while I was on the other side of Omaha, and I decided, okay, they're open when I'm on my way back, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna get it. Of course, it doesn't help that they're open till 9 o'clock at night, so of course they were open. I stopped in around 7:30 and I got this bad boy. So this is a Monstera Peru. It is the technical term, I'll put that down at the bottom. I forget what the technical name of it is, but let's put that down at the bottom. But you can see that it is climbing, and I like that it was climbing like this and it had the totem on it already. And I thought it was a pretty reasonable price for what it is. And it's just a big guy. I don't have very many philodendrons or monsteras, and I just really like them, and I want to have a couple more of them. And I know this one will get pretty big. I'm trying to get more into large plants since I have so many small plants right now. And ones that will stay small, they're not going to grow very big, because in my old house I didn't have very much room, so I couldn't have any large plants. So now that I have a big house, I'm going to get the big plants. I want the big boys. They need to come home with me. And this is one of the beginnings of them. This is it. So you see how big some of its leaves are. I can't wait to see how it grows too. I've never seen this one before, so it'll be pretty exciting. Next up, I got this Sansevieria, and I believe it is the moonshine one. And I love Sansevierias. I have a bunch of them that I inherited from my grandma, and I've divided and have all over my house. And I've been trying to add a couple more different ones to my collection too, including there's one back here that is the cylindrical one. But I've been seeing the moonshine one, and this was the only small one that was there. There were larger ones, but since I was traveling, I didn't want to get too many huge ones. And this one does have a little pup. So you can see the little pup here. Isn't it cute? And so I knew it was healthy and it would grow and bring me more and get big on its own. So I do really like getting those smaller plants and then watching them grow. It's one of my favorite things to watch my plants grow and thrive. And I try to make sure they do thrive. Last ones I got for you was a 2-for-1 deal that I'm gonna bring you. I got a couple pothos because, like I said, I want to get more hanging plants, and I do have a couple pothos, but I don't have the golden ivy, or I don't have the satin. And I've been wanting these for a while, and I was debating on the golden pothos, and this is another one that I got on my second trip there, but I had to get it because you can see this one. See how variegated the leaves are? So pretty. And I know that this one will grow pretty fast and it will break down very quickly. Now with the satin, I know this one grows a little bit slower, but I do love the leaves. You can see in the sunlight that they're kind of shimmery, and they're both very beautiful. I love pothos. I think they're underrated and everyone should have one. Alright, I think that's all of the plants that I have to show you today. If you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see. I think I'm planning on filming a video on how to mount a staghorn fern, because I am putting up a display in my house with those. I've done 2 already, and I just have a 3rd one to mount. So I'll be putting that one up soon. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Bye guys.